this? Oh, you're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
Oh, we're just like...
My big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha. They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy!
Erend, you're all better. And you're here.
Varl said you might need some help after all. Doing, complicated things.
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods.
Oh, nice.
So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
They're so awkward.
Oh, and I delivered your message to Talana. She headed for that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
Anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the trash? Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that ale.
Oh. Hope it didn't get stained. Hey.
Hey.
Nice place.
Well, it's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you had your doubts about bringing us along. It is a lot to take in. But, don't worry. That's nothing I can't handle.
Liar.
How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
What about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
I guess you know...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah. So Talana came by the base?
I'm more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only Carja I've ever met who's any fun. But it seemed like she had more pressing matters to attend to.
I gotta go.
I'm here if you need anything.
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your focus into that archive room. With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to access it at our own pace. You know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
Got it. Thanks, Varl. I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab her attention.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell me.
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us when she's ready. How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Erend definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
How's, training with Zoe?
You know we really are training. Mostly. Look, she lifts faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course. You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, a tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough. Think you can hold the fort while I'm gone?
If Erend stops listening to the same music over and over again, maybe. We'll be fine.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
Fair.
Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes. The Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me. So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
A clone. In fact.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
You've been getting to know Erend,
Of course, in this case.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected, and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear. I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here, it is humbling, to say the least.
Yep.
And heartbreaking. That such life should be bent on destroying ours.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields
I
bloomed
still
with
haven't
envy,
actually gotten into the Forbidden
Tenakth
West.
looked upon our lands with envy.
But
There's
like the
Plain Song's
area. I'm
dishes
still not
provided
there. I'm still like in the middle.
and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense
No.
in a truce.
I'm like 29%
The
done
Utaru
with
promised
this
to
game.
provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I believe I've met them already. I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off.
Yeah.
One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied.
Hmm?
So I left to fight on my own.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled,
I'm good for now. I appreciate it though.
I smelled it again.
We just had the
stench
we had a really
of
late
burnt
lunch.
flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvest passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along. and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves, or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter. Right, I should probably go.
I shall return to our training then.
Again. We're back.
Yeah. Running around at some point.
Oh.
Music is paused.
But they help bring.
Okay, time to go do the
That's good to hear.
Gaia kernel shit.
I wonder if it grew back after Zero Dawn. Wherever it is.
I'd like to think so.
Looks like this room's changed. Is that your doing, Gaia?
Yes. I have repurposed the displays to track the cauldrons you have acquired data from.
Wait, does it tell me that now? Oh, look at that. Okay, let's do this real quick.
I can read this later.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge Poseidon with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
Okay.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this
Are you
facility.
talking to me?
I said I...
A word of caution, Aloy.
Oh,
It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also
Cereal is
possible
soup.
it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
Cauldron.
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so.
Huh.
I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Either way, you have to go.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond. and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance.
Probably a lock code.
Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right. I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Oh, I just have to go do this right away? Oh, wait.
Aloy.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Aaron to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help.
Yeah, that's
Is
true.
there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
I think it is kind of a function of a single-player open-world game, though.
Were you able to make use of Poseidon?
Yes.
I do hope
Streams and lakes associated
that I don't
with
have to
the
go
Virgin
immediately do
watershed
this
have been
quest, because I
detoxified.
want to do some other stuff first.
As a result, red algae growth levels have seen a marked decline. According to my data, however, it appears a localized occurrence of red algae continues to persist near the coast.
Maybe I'll look into it when I can. So, Poseidon spent the last 20 years hiding out in Las Vegas. From the data I found, it seems the city had an advanced water reclamation system. Is that why Poseidon went there?
Most likely.
Didn't know that.
In an effort to protect itself, Poseidon sought out a safe harbor where it could access water supply functions. There, buried and encased in a protective dome, it could guard against any threats.
That does make sense.
Like 3 Oseram showmen?
I suspect that was not the first time it felt the need to repel trespassers.
There's that smell again every time it turns on.
The missing subordinate functions.
Yep.
What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and
It goes
culturing
away
a
after
new
a second,
generation of
but-
human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of
Yep.
human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data
That doesn't
was
surprise
purged on
me.
the 2nd of
Okay.
February, 2066, by order of Ted Farrow.
The
Pharaoh,
thing is real and
I
that
really
it's
hate that
lethal.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density.
What I think it
Perhaps
is
you
it's
will be
it's
able to
burning
procure
off
Eleuthia
dust
at the SOS coordinates.
or whatever. We just need
Artemis
to,
and Apollo,
yeah.
however, remain unaccounted for.
You should come on at this.
What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows, fertilizes,
Yes.
and tends to plant life.
So once I bring it back,
Yeah, so we need to call them and
the
get the
blight out there
heater
will start to get better.
and get the
While
furnace
permanent restoration
replaced.
requires the abilities of
Yay.
Hephaestus, I may be able to improve conditions in the region for a while. However, a word of
Who
warning.
needs it?
Like
I'd rather
Ether
not.
and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened, it may have taken measures to assure its security.
Okay, I'll keep my guard up.
Oof. That's not good.
What do we know about Ether?
Ether is responsible for detoxifying the atmosphere and moderating the weather. Acquiring it might allow me to quell the most severe storms in the region. But be careful. Like Demeter and Poseidon, it will need to be restored to its original code state before it is safe to capture.
Got it. How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying old world data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus. After an initial incident,
What did he do?
he unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world. All working to build
There's a
the
lot of lore
terraforming
in this
system
game.
while
It's
the
crazy.
Pharaoh Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel work
I think he's pretty
rotations
funny.
at
I
all
like him.
hours of the
At
day.
first, I thought he was going to be a bad guy.
Resources and
when I first met
technology
him.
were secured from across the world.
Turns out he's just a giant
Within a
himbo.
month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
Gaia?
Nah,
What's
it's
Elizabeth like?
Aaron Himbo.
Her presence is interwoven with my
There was no
memories.
hidden evil genius
The
at
moment
all.
I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my
Are you-
creator.
I feel like you
My
could be.
guide.
Oh, you're watching me. Okay. It's
Yes.
fine. I feel like you could
When I
be
reviewed
watching your
the data
shows.
on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate. Though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that.
How's your head?
She gave all of herself.
I'd take some more. Take Advil.
The only one who could. Thanks, Gaia. So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced...
I am gonna do that. I think after all this lore dump happens, I'm gonna jump over for a second, and I am gonna...
It wasn't enough to build automated killing machines.
They're already...
He wanted viruses to infect them all, too.
So. I'm probably not gonna raid over there. I'm just gonna... Yeah.
So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world. An effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh Plague.
Any chance it
The
could help
Pharaoh
us out?
Plague.
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about. When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city, Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths at their core have proven to be exceptional survivalists. Faced with overwhelming odds of extinction, they chose to flee.
Even still, what he achieved. Water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was
Oh,
still on
jeez,
standby,
Nightbot.
just
Calm down.
waiting for someone to come along and wake it up.
He gets excited when anybody starts talking.
So
He's
this
just like, people?
facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. I should be going.
Goodbye, Aloy.
I understand.
Gaia, what is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
Huh. So this
No shit.
Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions. I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. I think I can reconnect some of them already. And it seems like there are more out there.
Okay. So, notebook, data points. Anyway, how's everybody doing this Saturday? Still, Witcher still going well for you, Kai? Oh, okay. So I am locked into this quest no matter what. You're in bed now? Well, I guess it is like 2 a.m., huh? Return the survey drone model to the base. What? Isn't that up here?
Hey, Gaia. It's me.
Hello, Aloy.
So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost 3.
From here, the facilities
Well, I appreciate you hanging
operators
out.
have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time.
That would have been quite a sight.
It may still be possible to view some of them should you find and reconnect the cameras to this room's console.
I'll keep a lookout. I guess I should get...
As you say.
Oh,
There
okay.
we go. More data for the dome.
Fair enough.
I
I
hope, Gaia.
appreciate it.
Hello, Aloy. What would you like to discuss?
Did you get anything done in The Witcher, or were you just like getting
guess this room
just
was
doing
meant to
early
keep an
stuff?
eye on
Have you
conditions
played it
outside?
before? Because I haven't.
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time. It may be possible to restore more of this room's functionality should you find and reconnect additional camera feeds.
I'll keep a lookout.
Okay, cool. Well, it's a lot of people's
on
like
my way.
favorite
I wish you
game.
safe
My
travels.
cousin swears by that game. He says it actually helped. It helped him with the passing of my uncle, his dad. It like helped get him through that. So that's pretty high praise for a video game. And also that it was just a very good game.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
I want to right now.
Gotta go after Aletheia.
Oh, do I have to go now?
At the west exit.
Yeah. Well, it's Chrono's like favorite game, I
Looks
think.
like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your
Oh, it's just from earlier.
Your
Okay.
companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them.
Okay. I guess I just have to do this, and then we can do stuff later. It's also a
There she
giant
is.
open world game, so
You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
one day I'll get to it. But right now, my backlog of games is insane. Oh, it's not going to make me go all the way there.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Oof. Is that gonna work?
What the hell?
Oh, it worked! Once.
Well, that takes the keg.
But yeah, so this is the list
Varl,
that I
see if
want
there's
to
anything over
play.
there?
On it.
We'll check out the
Anything that's still white is I haven't gotten to. The grayed out ones are ones I've finished.
Well, there are obviously more Zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
Am I gonna learn something?
Rebels did. It took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Forge's breath. What a mess.
Oh, I need to get up there. That makes sense. Yeah, I know, right?
Our weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapon somewhere else.
Ooh, do I get data on the weapon?
Cracking from the cold. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while.
Hmm.
Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
Where the hell is Varl?
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
Yep.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Okay. We just left him over here. How come Varl got to stay by? Oh, he found a cave.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That
Yep.
Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is.
It is
You
an
guys can
asset.
down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Two, not enough.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Okay, so it's the... what is the point of this area? This game, like, has this, like, weird way of being like, oh, there's 2 ways to go, except for there's actually 0 ways to go. It's like trying to make it seem like it's bigger than it is,
Looks like
maybe?
some kind of data center. We might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Okay, well, that door is going to open at some point. What the shit is this? Looks like a
I've
sword.
never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed. This was a Far Zenith research lab. Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone? So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Yep.
Stuff for the
Or anything
search.
you can blow up.
Okay, that's where I came from. So we're going in here. Up the stairs? Question mark? Doesn't seem right. Oh, there's a door. Can I get through here?
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were they for?
Remember when I told you I was
All
made,
this
not
stuff.
born?
Wonder what they
This
were
is how.
doing here.
Oh, they're looking for the other kid.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
This place keeps on going. We better check in that room. This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If
Maybe.
it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this?
Well,
Really?
Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help,
The
he
control
dropped
console.
everything and
To
turned
access
around.
the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
There's so much stuff to pick up in this game. Oh, is it? Did Gaia say that and I just wasn't paying attention? Or is that a theory? Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. I was like, man, Kay with the spoilers, she usually doesn't do that. Wasn't a spoiler, it was streamer wasn't paying attention. Oh, that makes sense then. I sometimes get lost in dialogue in games when there's a lot of it. I get a little like, okay, when's the next thing gonna happen? And I need to get better about that.
36 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
Yeah.
Right. I should check the log.
Got it. I know it's in here somewhere. Wait, is it just in my quest log? No. There it is. Okay, 237. I thought so. Or I thought 273.
36 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like.
Looks like Monsters Inc. in the doors. That's a person. It's another one.
Aloy,
It's another Aloy.
it's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Spit. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if If you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye. So
She's still alive.
we need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy? Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
Okay, so we get a second clone. I mean, if they get through, you're fucked, Varl.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
Okay, with what, though? I guess what it wants me to use some of these blasting tools. I did, yeah. But like, for a second, she came in.
Here it comes! Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
Oh, I have a thing that can do that kind of damage.
I can keep going. I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
This thing. What? All right, here we go.
That thing's quick. Ugh. him before the plasma blast.
Oh, this is good. I like this weapon. Ugh! Ugh!
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Alright, so I have... Okay, I need to use that when I get up there.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre.
Yep.
Just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Oh, Aaron, don't do anything dumb. Aaron is a himbo, though, so he is prone to fits of doing things that are stupid. That's the thing about us.
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
He'll be fine.
Doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron.
I'm gonna take care of it right now. I'm coming.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
You got his weak spot. And the second you need me, I'm there.
Won't be long before the plasma explodes.
Oh, I need to reload. Nope. Oh my god, this thing's wild.
That's the weak spot.
This thing's good, but it takes a while to, like, load up.
Now I need more.
Ah! Reloading takes forever.
It's done.
Ah, okay, Aaron got him.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story. But it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
Mm-hmm.